So actor Jussie Smollett is facing 6 new charges in Chicago. Yep, apparently going out and saying this happened when it didn't just doesn't pay. Hey there, so today we are returning to something I haven't heard in a while now, and that is the tale of Jussie Smollett. Now apparently, Jussie was indicted Tuesday for the second time on charges of lying to police about an ist and anti-attack he allegedly staged himself last year in downtown Chicago. It's nice that they use allegedly there, but yeah, we all know exactly how that went down. The indictment came from a special prosecutor who was appointed after Cook County prosecutors dropped the same charges last March. So going out and doing all of that stuff, dropping charges and on, having friends as it were, didn't help out at all. Special prosecutor Dan Webb said in a statement that Smollett faces 6 counts of disorderly conduct, charges that stem from 4 separate false reports that he gave to police in which he contended he was the victim of a, that type of crime, knowing that he was not that. Smollett, who is, we get not 1 identity marker, but 2, was originally charged with disorderly conduct last February for allegedly staging the attacks and lying about it to investigators. The allegations were dropped the following month with little explanation, angering police officials and then Mayor Rahm Emanuel. You know, the one thing that I could say about all of this is it makes me proud to be part of our society, because while we do have people like old Jussie there that'll go out and take advantage of folks, the place that we have gotten to is where people want attention for this kind of stuff. They have to fake the crimes because you know what? People out there, they're not making that crime. I'm not saying there aren't terrible people out there, mind you, but folks like Jussie, yeah, they don't face anything like they want to say they do. Now, watching this tale as it unfolded was absolutely insane. I mean, you have Smollett telling police he's walking home January 29, 2019, minding his own business when 2 masked men approach him. Those masked men, they're not asking for directions. Nope. What they're doing is making certain kind of insults. Then they assail him, including looping something around his neck before taking off. Now, he said about his assailants, one of them who was at least white, that they told him he was in a certain type of country, M to the A to the G to the A. And well, that worked out really well because a lot of people want to believe the worst about certain types of folks out there. Several weeks later, authorities alleged that Smollett had played not 2 white guys, but 2 black friends $3,500 to help him stage the attack because he was unhappy with his salary as an actor on Empire and wanted to drum up publicity for his career. Now, hearing all of this, you would think, hey, this guy is bound to be in trouble, right? That's what everybody thought. Rahm Emanuel, the police, everyone thought that this guy would face charges, but suddenly those were dropped. And well, a few people out there, they didn't like that outcome. This led to a judge in August appointing Webb, a former U.S. attorney, as a special prosecutor to look into why the original charges were dropped. Webb also was looking into whether calls from Cook County State's attorney, Kim Fox, had with a Smollett relative and a former aide of former First Lady unduly influenced the decision to drop charges. Fox recused herself from the case but continued to weigh in. Now that right there, that's messed up, and it goes right up the ladder. And this gives people so much ammo to go out, take down someone, not because of what just transpired, but because of other reasons as well. Poor Jussie had no idea what he had just stepped into. Now, to all statements out there, this should have concerned Jussie the most. At the time, Judge Tooman, who assigned the case to Webb, raised the possibility that Smollett could be charged again. So just because you had that stuff dropped, because, family, friend, and knowing people, that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything at all. See, as the attorneys and the judge noted in the Smollett case, double jeopardy, it does not apply because he was never prosecuted. So, of course, you can go out, you can put together one heck of a case, and well, you can end a lot of people's careers in the process. Now, the city of Chicago, they were not happy about this, and who can blame them? I mean, look at all the manpower, look at all the time and the energy, look at all the coverage that this person whipped up, and well, for what exactly? So the city, they sue Smollett, seeking reimbursement of more than $130,000 for overtime paid to officers who were involved in investigating the report. Smollett's lawyer said that the city should not be allowed to recover costs from Smollett because it accepted $10,000 from the actor as payment in full in connection with the dismissal of charges against him. Now, this pathway that we end up on, it hurts two people, and both of them deservedly so. One of them, of course, is old Jussie himself, because, hey, he set us along this path. The other one is the person who decides to drop all of these charges, because why in the world would you do that? So Smollett's case has become an issue Fox's bid for a second term. Those looking to unseat the first, you notice we get identity markers in these articles every time. That annoys the heck out of me. To hold the county's highest law enforcement position have blasted her handling of the matter as haphazard and indecisive. They say it indicates she had bad judgment and favors the rich and the powerful in deciding who will be prosecuted. Of course people do that. They do political favors. They do all of this stuff because, again, you have my back, I have your back. But of course that didn't work out too well. Now, the funniest thing about this is how Fox's campaign actually tries to go and reevaluate this as, of course, Fox being the victim. So Fox's campaign committee issued a biting statement Tuesday referring to FBI Director James Comey and all of the mess back in 2016, talking about, again, something that has nothing to do with these folks. What's questionable here, it said, is the James Comey-like timing of that charging decision, which can only be interpreted as the further politicization of the justice system, something voters in the era of red hat man should consider offensive. That statement for friends from Fox said. Now, what's astounding about that statement to me is the fact that it describes Fox's behavior. I mean, if we're talking about someone going out and adding politics too, well, isn't that what they did? They went out, they did a favor for somebody because Smollett is, and you track that down. Plus, they allowed buzzwords and other items to get in the way of justice. This kind of stuff here, it is beyond unacceptable. And well, the people like this, they think that they're going to get away. They think that they can flip the script. And I wonder, will that work? That's one thing I do wonder. The one thing that I do know with certainty is the person that put it together, it didn't help them out as well. In fact, if you look at this portion here, Smollett has not had any notable film or television roles announced since his departure from the Fox series was announced in April 2019. Producers have the option to bring him back during the 6th and final season, but have said they have no plans to do so. I mean, with Empire left with only 10 episodes anyhow, it returning, it doesn't really matter even if he did come back. I mean, what would the show be known for? It would be known as the conduit for this guy, the show that led up to it because it didn't pay the man enough. And again, this stuff, it has become an absolute firestorm. With this, I wonder what you think about it. When you look at all of this stuff, do you feel that justice is finally being done here? Do you feel that maybe old Jussie is getting a bad shake? He does have a lot of supporters out there too, and that actually does baffle me. See, for myself, I look at this situation and I think, what exactly did he think would transpire? I mean, sure, you can go and you can get that raise that you wanted, but I mean, what exactly is the cost there? What happens if the police decide, hey, there's a guy out there that fits that description? How far would Jussie be willing to go to actually get that money? Would he be willing to destroy someone's life? Now That's a scary thing here. And I would have to say most definitely. I mean, we've seen all of this stuff from him. Most definitely. There is no way that someone that put all of this together, that would loop in people into this kind of conspiracy and not learn a stinking thing from any of it would be above doing that, at least in my opinion. But maybe you have a different outlook on it. Why don't you let me know what you think about all of this stuff? So closing, let me thank you for your time and let me thank you for being here. I mean, you make these endeavors possible. I don't think enough people say that, so I want to make sure to thank you for that. And again, thank you for showing up. If you'd like to support the channel, there are a few ways to do so. Subscribing and sharing videos, though, that is the thing to do. And also showing up for videos like you did here. So again, thank you for that. I don't want to monopolize your time any further. Again, I just wanted to say thanks. I do appreciate you with this, and we'll be doing this stuff again soon. So stay tuned. We usually put out at least 2 a day. Thanks.